Hello everyone! I hope you all are doing well today. First and foremost, YouTube settings, and then we can go ahead and get to working on little Miss Daisy here. Alright. Let's see if we can go ahead and do this. My internet will load. So I think today what I'm going to do is mostly focus on the cream color, which is going to be a majority of the face, and then the flower as well. So we'll just play it by ear. Hi Annie, how's it going? Welcome. How are you doing today? Alright, there's that. We're good to go. And we can go ahead and get started. So, as you can see, this is Daisy, as I said before. And I haven't confirmed the background color yet. G'day! Hey Alicia, how's it going? How are you? Also, I figured out just a little bit ago that this camera right here shakes while my AC unit is on. So I'm currently blasting it at like 70 degrees to try to cool it down, and then I'm going to turn it off. That way it's not like shaking. But I'm good. Good. We got some chores done today. We got more grapes. Got my Patreon sun catchers shipped out today, so we're doing good. Oh god, it is a baby goat. Oh, this is the cutest goat too. Hold on, you have to see this goat. Let me see if I can find the picture of her. They said that she was their littlest chicken nugget, and I just love that. Hey Charlie, welcome! How have you been? I know it's been forever. Let's see. Get some downloads. Oh, this isn't the picture that I was thinking. But we'll go. I'll show you the actual picture. She's a very tiny little goat. It's very cute. So this is Daisy. Just look at her. My goodness. Hi, mates. What? Hey, Neil. Hi, Risk. Yes, we're working on goats today. This is little Daisy. That's so you can see what she looks like. She is just the cutest little patoot you ever did see. So I'm just gonna separate the pieces. And then once we get the glass cut up for her, I want to work on the glass for the upcoming shop update. I want to keep cutting the pieces for the mountain, and then maybe print out and work on some smaller pieces as well. We'll see. We will see. This is flour. This is a flower. This is tan. Actually, this picture is perfect for me to have up too. All right. Ooh, while we're thinking about it, I haven't posted it on my actual Instagram yet, but for those of you who are patrons on my Patreon for the sun catcher, so this is this month's sun catcher, and you can't really tell, but this is iridescent black glass, and it's like a little spooky potion. So I got these shipped out today. This one I'm going to be hand delivering, so, but all the other ones are shipped out. I wish you could see it. The iridescence is so cool. You like can't see it at all. It's so disappointing. I've showed the black iridescent glass before, but it's like a little potion, like a little fume wisp coming out of it. Hi Laz, how's it going? Hello. Tan, 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 everything is tan. This is a flower. This is a flower. For cute! What is that from? I'm glad you like it. I saw some like TikTok video where the person was from like Minnesota, and she said that. Like, oh, for something. For cute? How many goat heads are in the gallery now? I think the two that I'm working on now will be 10. This is 9 and 10, I believe. So, and they just got a new goat, so that'll be, I'm assuming, another goat to add to their portraits. These are leaves. These are little eyeballs. This is a petal. Yes. I think that's a Midwestern thing. It's funny. Oh, for cute. I love that so much. Tan border. Let me get a little sippy of my kombucha. I got this new kombucha at the store today on BOGO. Delicious. Oh, for sure. Maybe. I think it's like a Midwestern thing. But yeah, I haven't been using TikTok almost at all, but like the one TikTok video I saw, it was this like lady with this super Midwestern accent. The Flim Nugget, the booger, I don't see any of them in here. This one seems to be pretty well blended. This flavor is passion fruit tangerine. Pretty tasty. I've never had that brand before, but it is darn tootin'. Alright. Our eyeballs will go over here. These are all of the tan fur pieces. Alright, so the cream colored glass that I'm going to be using is in a giant sheet, so we have to break it down. So I'm going to grab it. We're going to find the best area. So you can see it's pretty big. We'll find the best area to cut from. I'm thinking I like this spot because there's dark stuff, so if I cut a strip off of this, then I think that'll be good. Be good. So I'm gonna just do that on the floor down here because I don't have enough room on my table. All my bears are in the way. So stand by while I get this smaller. much more manageable piece. And our even more manageable piece. Have you seen tuk tuk? They drill corn on the cob to eat. Wonder why their hair is tangled. What? Tuk tuk? No, I don't know. No, I haven't seen that. I have not. Alright, so what I'm gonna do the patented bear squat and squat. Alright, so the edges of her face, like the these pieces, and then her chin are slightly darker than 19. No, these are lighter. 18, 19, 20, and 23. 26 and 25. Yep. And then these are darker. So we should be able to... Oh, TikTok. I was like, tuk tuk? Tuk tuk? I thought you were referring to the old video where it's like Tunak Tunak Tune when it's like a music video. Tunak Tunak. Kind of like this spot right here. You cannot see it. Let's see what this looks like. Let's trace this up. But no, I have not seen that TikTok. I was actually gonna make a video for my TikTok soon. I haven't updated it since I think the end of September. But I was gonna do an update video and basically say I'm not gonna be posting on TikTok anymore. Because I haven't been going on TikTok and I have so much more time in my day now that I'm not watching TikTok videos. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Alright, so 18 and 20 we could also put here, so probably put 20 right here. That was like when I got rid of Facebook. Yeah, Facebook too. I still have a Facebook, but I just don't hardly go on it, and like it's awesome. It feels great not going on TikTok or not on TikTok and Facebook. If you like it and that's your thing, that's cool too. No worries. But I personally like not going on Facebook and TikTok much better. Much better. Oh no, that's backwards. Nope, this is not correct. This should be like this. This should also not be like this. What am I doing today? I didn't sleep very well last night, so I'm gonna blame it on that. I think today I want to do some painting as well. So So I have all the bears that I need to paint, or at least I have a few of them that we can paint, and then I want to start painting the mountains because I'm excited about them. I didn't quite finish grinding the pieces for the mountain last night, that piece that I was working on yesterday, but I got far enough that we can start the painting process. Okay, so this should be like so. All right, this is 20. Okay, so 20 is going to have some dark spots right here. 18 is going to have some shadows right here, which is very accurate with the picture itself. Let's see, the mountain piece is gorgeous, thank you. Is that a pattern you'd consider selling in the future? Yeah, I'd say so. I would say so. I think most of the patterns that I have, I think I'm going to be like selling once I do my shop updates, because I really don't like revisiting patterns whenever I'm done with them. So I think that I could definitely sell it. I'm going to sell the little bear pattern too, and basically I just want to have everything, like after my shop updates, have it so people can buy the patterns too. That's what I'm thinking. I still need to list the Luna moth. I still need to, there's quite a few that I still want to list. I want to list the mushrooms that I have, basically all of them. So I just always forget. I always forget about it. Basically, as long as like the painting isn't replicated, I'm fine with it, which I'm not going to be able to stop people from doing that really. But that's like the biggest thing, is just like people trying to do exact copies, which I'm not saying that's what you do, but that's always been my hesitation with selling patterns. Okay, so what next? We need the face to be, these pieces to be dark, so we're gonna go like this. Speaking of which, I think I need to sell my patterns for the last shop update. I need to start working on that. Which, I will go back to the painting thing. I don't think anyone's going to want to recreate the painting I'm doing. And I don't even think I'm going to want to do the painting that I'm doing. It's gonna be so tedious. But I think it'll be worth it. It'll be cool. I don't know if you've seen what I'm talking about, Risk, with the like topographical lines. You probably have. I don't recall though. All right. This 22 and 16. Perfect. Okay. 23 is going to be lighter. 23, 25, and 26 are all going to be as light as I can possibly make them, which I think is going to be in this spot right here. So let's draw on here. Paint. I'm struggling with bubbles now. Is that from mixing colors? Yes, it's from mixing colors. So I found, from my personal experience, if you're getting bubbles when you're painting, is that you're being too vigorous with it. And I find that red and white, when mixed together, specifically the red, which I have pepper red, that one bubbles really badly. And then white is pretty bad with bubbling too. And then when you mix them, it's even worse. But specifically red is the worst bubbler. So just keep that in mind. If you're mixing colors, try to do it as gently as possible to try to keep the bubbles to a minimum. It's very difficult, but yeah, those animals were super cute. I don't know if I've seen it, but I like the sound of it. So I'll go ahead and show you real quick, like. Wait, maybe I have the JPEG or the PNG or whatever I used. Let's see. I don't think I do. Earth Brown was giving me the most fits. I haven't used that color, but I do think that some of the formulas are just gonna bubble more. Okay, so this is like obviously the mountain thing, and then on these three pieces that you see with the lines, and then this piece right here, these are all gonna be painted on like those like topographical maps. I don't know if it's gonna be yeah, the red is so bad. It's so bad. On its own, it's not that bad. And like I said, if you're really gentle with it, whoops, and you're not trying to like vigorously like slap the paint on, it's usually fine. But I definitely have had troubles with it before. It's gonna be really obnoxious, I think, Risk. I think it'll be cool, but I think it's gonna be annoying. So, but it'll be worth it, like I said. It was decently hard to cut. I have some bullseye that's not that bad. Here we go. I have some bullseye that's not that bad. Specifically, the piece on the bottom is a little bit thinner. I think this is bullseye, but I'm not entirely certain. I'm not sure if it's bullseye or yakagani. I kind of have a feeling like it's not bullseye though, because it doesn't quite have the same that same model effect like on this one. It has it a little bit, but this one was definitely easier to cut. This one was a little tricky, and it's a lot thicker and more textured. So it might just be different formulas, like over like different times that they've made glass and had slightly different formulas. I did rely on my ring saw for a good portion of the big blue modeled piece, but other than that, like the glass didn't really give me any problems. That was from, and me relying on my ring saw, that was specifically just me trying to be careful. I was like, I am not risking this beautiful blue piece. Okay, so 23, 25, and 26. So the lightest pieces. So we'll do it like this. I have trouble with some of theirs. Usually cuts pretty well or just explodes. Yeah, there's no in between. Ooh, I don't know if you saw Risk. I can't recall when you've been here, so I'm sorry if I'm being repetitive. But I got more of the glass. I think this is the one that you got, where it's the white and turquoise blue with lime green and gold pink streaks. Oh, it's so pretty. But I found another square foot of it, and it's from December 12th of 2006. And it's a 10 by 10 sheet, which is strange, but I'm not complaining. I love it. Yes. That sheet has a really good mix of turquoise blue and pink. So she pulled it out and I was like, oh, I love you. I love you. Gimme. Cool sand. It sucks though. It sucks when it explodes. Cause it really does. It either just like, it like breaks perfectly or it just like shatters in your face. Okay. The neck, it's pretty dark, so we'll put the neck up here. Pixels. Am I pixelated? Let's see. The chin is like a medium darkness, so we'll go with like right here. Whoop, can't see. Whoop. Alright, I think that should be good for the bulk of our tan pieces, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this down. And I think what I'll do is really just like cut this like chunk out, and then for the ears I can use this part. Swamp 5G network. Is it getting pixely? No! I don't see any notifications on my end. That's frustrating. It says I have full bars, so I have no idea what could possibly be wrong. I don't even know if people can hear me right now. Ooh. Okay, fantastic. Thank you for letting me know. I never know. This hotspot likes to keep me on my toes, I'll tell you what. Alright, I'm gonna move this. Yes. Ooh, we can put it over here. How do we want to cut this? I think we'll cut this part like so. Okay, fantastic. Nothing like when I was getting throttled and everything was just like a giant pixel. One giant pixel. Okay, so now we can cut it like so. We'll do it like this. Love this color. It looks good for bones. I have, it's funny that you say that because I did a cat skull and I used this glass. Like back forever ago. A pelvis. Let me know if you want me to draw a pelvis. And I can make a pelvis pattern. Pelvis was the king. Good. I don't trust the runners with this glass. I do not trust. This cream glass is actually kind of difficult to work with because there's just, it's so thick and there's so much white glass in it, which is just like super heavy, hard to break glass. So usually this this cream colored glass gives me a decent amount of difficulty. My flat salt and vinegar crisps from the Model islets is what? Should probably open some windows, get some airflow going. Let's get our silver Sharpie so we can mark out this. We're going to use our ring saw for this part. Oh, look at her. So cute. Little breaks like these, it usually does fine. Watch me say that and then it like break in a weird way. Oh, a little island. You know, I love the little like diorama type sets or like little models. Like I would love to make an outdoor model of I've seen this guy on YouTube that makes like these little like swamp scenes, and it's so cute. Like he made like this model of a riverbank, and like even had like where the water had eroded away at the dirt, and like little tree roots were coming down. Like, oh, it was so cute. I loved it. I would love to do stuff like that. I made some tiny mushrooms last year out of hot glue that I painted with acrylic paint, and then I used these little wooden things and like little moss. Oh, it was precious. They're like this tall, the whole thing. The mushrooms are so little. I found this person on TikTok. His name is The Cave of Crafting, and I like followed his little mushroom tutorial. And I loved it. It was a blast. I think I like tiny, finicky things too much. I like tiny pieces. I set my AC to 74 and it doesn't feel like it's at 74 at all. Come on, man. Work. I'm still kind of undecided about all of the stuff that I want to make for this upcoming shop update. Like, I obviously have, like, the bears in the mountain, but after that, I'm kind of at a loss for what to do. I have a few things, like I have a pine cone drawn up that I want to make a pine cone, and I have, like, just a few other things that I'm, like, kind of lukewarm about. So it's the thing that I hate the most about my creation process is I have to be under immense amounts of pressure to make anything good. They do that by collecting twigs and dirt from local woods, bake the soul to kill bacteria. Bake the soul. Charlie. Yeah, so my loose theme right now, Risk, and I haven't quite, I've like announced it, but you know, sometimes my theme like kind of evolves. For this update, it's Berry Mary, because I'm making bears. Oh, God. Good Lord. But I haven't drawn any bears. I don't know. I don't know if I trust this Luke guy, though. It is too warm today. My camera's just gonna have to shake. But basically, okay, going back to the theme, it's called Berry Mary, but I want it to be like kind of woodsy. Surprise! Like woodland themed. So that's why like I drew the pine cone, and I have the bears, and I have the mountains. So kind of more like cool tone woods, forest, pine forest. Very like I kind of in my brain I'm like kind of vibing with this like moody Pacific Northwest thing. That's like what I'm Yep. It's actually not as bad here, but it's still like I guess like you sweat when you go outside. If you're in the sun. Good old Florida fall. The other morning, listen though, okay, listen. The other morning we had a 54-degree morning, which was like chilly. For all the Celsius bros, that's like what, in the teens, like 16 degrees Celsius-ish. Something like that. Yeah, these, the mountains, I would like to do 3 different variations. Like, I think I kind of like doing that. Like, I did that with the UFOs and with the pumpkins. So I think the mountains are gonna have 3 different variations. That's my goal right now. And, I think only this one's gonna have the topographical thing. I use sawdust sprinkled onto a layer of watered down glue, then stain it mahogany to look like dark, fresh dug soil. Ah, very nice. Interesting. Alright, 26. Look at this precious little tan baby. Eee, little cream goat. She looks creepy. Spoopy. Spoopy. Okay, I'm not very good at cutting concave bits like this, so I'm going to just use the ring saw. Beep, 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 beep. That's what we got it for. Alright, only a few more pieces left. I think I'm just going to cut the tan glass, and then I kind of want to move on to... I don't know if I want to do more bears, or if I want to maybe print out a smaller mountain thing. I know that I drew one. Let's see. I kind of want to just check while I'm thinking about it. My attention span is dwindles ever smaller. Let's see. Glass, outlines, shop updates. They are. Winter 2021. Let's see. Let's see what I drew. Okay. Okay, so I want to make another fox. Bear, that's not fleshed out. Pine cone. Mountains, not fleshed out. I don't know what else to draw. I have a big bear face, but I feel like that's just gonna be something that I make that doesn't sell. So I'm kind of hesitant to make it. Cause it's cool, but it's like, I don't know how, I don't know. I don't know how enthusiastic other people are about bears. I'm pretty enthusiastic. I'm watching you do this because I can't cut my own pieces right now. No! I have a broken ankle, so I can't stand in my chair, isn't in the workroom, and I'm home alone. Oh, okay, well, here, let me get back to cutting glass. That way you can live vicariously through me. That's terrible. What projects would you be working on right now, if you could? Also, welcome. Welcome, my poor injured friend. I have a couple of pieces that are geometric wolves I'm doing for commission. I'm almost done cutting them out. Ooh! That's super awesome! I love it. Geometric wolves. Well, sometimes you just gotta take the loss and relax. Got visions of the film in mind now, like he's going crazy or tin paint on ropes. What film? I'm not well versed enough on any films or movies or anything to get most references. To paint you a picture, I just watched the Terminator movies like a month ago, so I'm 27. I'm just not a movie person. I don't know why. I think because, like, in my free time, I'd rather play video games. Home Alone. Ah. We were just talking about that yesterday. We were talking about Christmas movies. Oh, the leg lamp! I forgot. Alicia reminded me of the leg lamp. I have to make the leg lamp. And then I found out yesterday Brian hasn't seen A Christmas Story. I don't know how. I just saw Home Alone for the first time like a year ago too. Like I'm not a movie person, and like every family has different like movies that they watch during Christmas. For us, it's Love Actually. I don't know if anyone's seen it. It's a rom-com. Love it. It's so good. That's like one of our like family Christmas movies. And then the other one is The Holiday with Jack Black. No, I don't think the leg lamp is going to be that large. Because I'm gonna probably be painting it, like all the fishnets, so it's probably gonna be like on the small scale. Right? Love Actually is such a good movie. I'm actually so excited to rewatch both of those movies. They are like the peak comfy movie, like comfy Christmas movie for us. For me. I don't think Brian has seen either of them. But for me, so good. You'll shoot your eye out. Such a good movie. It's like a weird movie, but it's just one of those like comfy movies that like we've always watched. I don't think there's any other ones. Those are like the main ones me and my family watch. Oh, Alicia, you have to. I don't know if it's your kind of movie, but it's amazing. I love it. I love it. There's like just so many quotable parts in it. There's so many good little scenes. But yeah, The Holiday, that's another one. It's another one. I hate The Christmas Story, but Hubs makes me watch it every year. You darn right. You're a better person for watching that movie every year. I love the movie The Notebook. My eyes leak when watching for many reasons. I've actually never seen The Notebook. I cry so easily that a lot of times, like, if I know a movie is like a tearjerker for like lots of people, I'm just like, I don't want to cry today. I'm not gonna subject myself to that, so I haven't watched it. I just can't. I'm too, I feel things too much. Sometimes I don't like it. Another, like, it's not a Christmas movie or like anything I watch during Christmas, whatever, but The Princess Bride is another movie that I've always loved and like saw it as a kid, and Brian hadn't seen it, so we watched like the first half of it recently, and he was like, I can't keep watching this. This is such a bad movie. And I was just like, but it's so good. It's weird, but it's good. My fave are the stop motion. I'm doing that. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, I'm like a super crier, and I like don't like crying in front of people either. Not even Brian. So I like it makes me angry. Hocus Pocus was fun in parts with Sarah Jessica. Notebook, my favorites are stop motion. Yeah, like Rudolph. Those are really comfy too. I watched those when I was a kid. Alright, we're almost done with the tan goat pieces. He's fired. Right? I love that movie. I love it. And I think it's because, like, my brother loves that movie, so, like, we would watch it together when I was a kid. And it was the same with Spaceballs. Spaceballs is, like, so goofy, but I love it. I've probably seen Spaceballs more times than any other movie, because I watched it all the time when I was a kid. Maybe inconceivable, right? Inconceivable. I probably, like, when I was a really little kid, the first movie that I ever learned, the way that I learned how to use our VHS player was with The Lion King, because that was my favorite movie of all time, and I was, like, little. And, so I watched The Lion King on repeat many times. Like, I'd watch it, like, 3 times in a row. My mom would just nap, and I would, like, watch it over and over again. But Spaceballs is the other one that I watched all the time. Spaceballs, the flamethrower! I'm glad that other people love it just as much as me. Stop it! I mean it! Anybody want a peanut? Alright, look at that little goat lady coming together. Little goat baby. I don't know what to do now. I have all these winter things, but what was that? They've gone to plaid. I would have to cut out all these patterns, so maybe we can just make more bears. Shall I make more bears? We can, ooh, let's do a fox. Let's make a fox. I have the fox pattern. Okay, so that we're gonna leave there. Daisy needs to move. These are gonna go back in the little bag. Let us not start a new project. Let us paint. Let's paint. I want to paint. We need to paint. I always forget about painting because I said I wanted to have a bear done by the end of the week. Minimum. And I haven't painted a single one, so that's what we're gonna do. So let's clean up a little bit. Put these up here. Yeah. Yeah, it's like an oversized helmet, and like his whole outfit is ridiculous. Like his tie and like little thing look like dark helmet. Yeah, like his tie and his little like neck thing look like a human anatomy, male anatomy. It's funny. Silly. Yogurt. Yogurt instead of Yoda. Little Miss Daisy. Lettuce. Alright, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to zoom in, but we're going to just try our darndest. Bears. Hey, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty zoomed in, I would say. Let's see my dirty fingers. The human male anatomy, anatomical structure. Okay, paint. Paint, paint, paint. We're gonna get some painting done. Let's try blue. Here's both of my blacks and woo, our white. We need our brushes. We need to move this light so it's not looking horrendous. That's a little bit better. You can watch me hit my head on my camera. Ooh, that almost fell. Alright, so for these little paintings, I actually prefer to use the biggest brush because I find that I can get the finest point, but we can use this one too. These super cheapo brushes, the tiniest one just like doesn't do it for me. So I think what we'll do just to get our painting hands warmed up is we'll start with the green bear, because I know that this is just going to be trees. So we'll start with this one. I'm going to try to get all my nasty, grimy little fingerprints off of it so it doesn't interfere with the paint. I don't think I can pull the camera forward anymore, so hopefully... Yes! Yes! Fantastic! As always, I'm going to mark out what I'm going to paint with my fine-tipped Sharpie. Ultra fine? Yes. Fine point, ultra fine point. We're gonna use our ultra fine point. So, I don't really need to, honestly, though. Honestly. Let me, all I need is to get some water to dip my paintbrush in. Let me dump this outside real quick. This is old. Stand by. Hey! How's it going? Welcome. Meeting for Tech. Welcome, welcome. I just had to step outside real quick to get some fresh water for my paints. just had solar panels installed. Haha, very nice. Solar, I think, is gonna be the way to go. I wish that we could get solar panels. They're just so expensive. Even if we did our own install, super expensive. Alright, so I think I'm gonna try to start with my more watery, like my newer paint, the ink black. Me too. Me too. We need a washcloth as well. Unfortunately, with this paint, you kind of have to like wipe your brush fairly regularly. Let's try with our medium brush, or our size 0 brush, whatever that means. Cheaper and more efficient. Yep, for sure. So whenever I'm working with paint, I find that it's a lot easier, specifically with the Pebeo Vitria 160, to wet the brush with paint and then wipe it off to kind of shape it. Life on the space station is imperfect. Yes, I'm doing very well. We're just getting some painting done for the upcoming shop update. This is gonna be a little forest bear with some trees. The fun part about these is, like, because they're trees, you can just kind of do whatever you want. Channel your inner Bob Ross. And voila, we have a tree. Yes, this is a bear, and he's gonna have little trees, little tree paintings. I still haven't quite decided if I want it to have lead camera on the edges. I don't think so. Where is my remote? There it is. Camera shaking needs to stop. Name for the bear? Let's see. Ashley, what paint do you use and do you bake it? Yes. So I use Pebeo Vitria 160. And it bakes in a conventional oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. So really, really convenient. Pretty, like, decently easy to use. I think I'm going to be making a tutorial video for how I paint pretty soon here. It's definitely pretty high on my list of things that I want to make videos about, because it's probably one of my most commonly asked question. Name for the bear, Jefferson or Roscoe, call him Winnie. This is an unnamed bear. He's wild. It's a wild bear. Oh yeah, no problem. Here, I'll type it. Pebeo Vitria 160. Winnie hates pants, and that is worrisome. Hey, that's okay, no worries. People get busy. I honestly didn't stream for about 2 weeks because my internet was out, so... Hey, what can you do? And also, you're very welcome, Ashley. You know, honestly though, going back to what you said, Charlie, Winnie the Pooh hates pants. But like, they're not comfortable. So, can you blame him? He's a little bear that lives in the woods. Can you blame him? He's free. He is living the most free existence that a stuffed bear possibly could. He doesn't have anything to hide either, you know? There's nothing there. Yeah, I don't know what to do for his legs, as far as like shadow for the trees, but I'm trying to give him some nice texture. Once this is dry, I'll go back and I'll add more of like a translucent tree to give some depth to make it look like there's, you know, like trees off in the distance, but start with this kind of darker pine. Ted. Let's go, if he needs a name, let's go with... I'm terrible at coming up with names. Let's just call him Theodore. The long version of Teddy. Yeah. I started an argument on Facebook one time because I was like, I made a poll and I was like, do you wear your shoes in your house? No judgment if you do, but if you do, that's gross. And that's like what I said on the thing. And it's like half of the people that responded were like, I wear my shoes in my house. What are you talking about? I was like, what? So many germs. Thank you. Glad you like it. Hopefully you can see enough. Free the feet. That's what I'm saying. The shoes suck. They're so uncomfortable. I know I make people nervous not wearing shoes in my studio, but listen. I can't be creative when my feet are caged. Ursula? It's a decent bear name. This is a pretty good tree, I think. Like this spot right here, this is where I'll go in later and I'll do like a really light tree, like off in the distance. I wear my shoes to bed. What? Get out of here. Just get out. Go. Welcome to my stream. There's no judgment here, but leave right now. especially like, okay, it might be different, not really, but I'm trying to like see the other side, right? It might be different if you live in the city and like you live somewhere where you have more like pavement and stuff, but like out here, I'm walking in chicken poop, I'm walking in duck poop, there's like just poop everywhere. Because we're on a farm, so it's like if we were to wear our shoes in our tiny house here, ew, disgusting, vile. Hey Robin, welcome, how have you been? Free range pizza. I run a lot in my dreams. Yeah, it's just like it's a personal preference, you know? Doesn't honestly matter that much. Man, I don't want the camera to shake. Who doesn't love just specimens spread about? They're missing out, They are missing out. I don't want the camera to shake, but if I have my air conditioner on, the camera shakes something fierce and I can't. Candy corn eaters? I bet you're right. I bet there is a correlation risk. Alright, so here is our lighter tree. Gives some depth. I don't know how well you can tell. Poop foot is not... Well, yeah, it's not shaking now because my air conditioner is off, but it gets so hot in here so fast. I don't know how long I'll be able to handle it. This is so cute. Stop it. Just stop. No, this is not acrylic paint. This is a glass specific paint, which whenever it dries, it kind of dries into like a, almost like a plasticky like latex. Like when it's dry, you can kind of peel it off, but what you have to do is you set it in the oven. So you'll bake it in the oven, like a conventional oven that you bake food in, whatever, and it'll set the paint. Most other paints that I'm familiar with, you have to set them in a kiln. So this is kind of a cheat code. Nice. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. There's no way I'd have the patience to like cut it all in the same one. I mean, I probably could, but I would be very stressed the whole time that it would shatter. Yeah, I mean, I have a ring saw, but it was just like I just didn't think to do that. I don't know. Didn't think to use it. Hopefully you can hear me okay when I'm like hunched over. Hi, thanks for all your videos. Thank you for watching. They've motivated me to finally start stained glass as a hobby. Oh, very nice. That's super exciting. Well, if you ever have any questions, I try to live stream a few times a week, so feel free to stop in and ask. Or if you just want someone to work alongside, you can come and hang out as well. A lot of people will just like come and work on their glass stuff while I'm streaming, which is kind of cool. Fantastic. Fantastic. I can't do it. It's like 80 degrees in here already. Can't do it. It's too hot. Look at this little distinguished bear coming together. Mm-hmm. A very distinguished gentleman indeed. My parents would love a stained glass of their spaniel. Spaniel, would you need a photo? Yes. A distinguished gentle bear. Yes, for all of my pet portraits, I base them off of photos. So usually I have people send me a few different reference photos. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm doing alright for myself. Been self-employed for a year and a half now, which is just wild to me. What I'm doing right now is I'm going back in with my darker paint. It's like an older, it's the same kind of black, it's just older, so it's a little bit less watered down. So I'm going in and darkening up some of these like foreground trees so they pop a little bit more. Yeah, it's already so much better. Give the Spaniel model a go. I did a motorbike from a text pic on the phone a few years back. Very cool. Yeah, so I'm not doing, I'm not open for any commissions right now. I have a wait list that I'm trying to get through. It's taking me forever. But if I do open up my wait list sometime soon, I will try to let you know. And then you can send me a picture then. Looks pretty good. Not from what I've found, Charlie, painting all the way to the edge. There's very, very occasionally, the solder will kind of stick to the paint, but if you hold your iron the correct way, you usually won't have any problems. I like to do this because I stayed away from the edges in the beginning, and I don't like how, you know, if the foil doesn't go all the way to the edge, I don't like there being a gap in the paint in the foil. So I just go all the way to the edge, and I haven't had a problem with it personally. Come on, just stay put. This is annoying. Keep moving. Let's see, could you chat a little about the best way to set up? Indoors, outdoors? I'm imagining shards of glass everywhere in the house. Yeah, so definitely I would say if you can kind of set aside an area, that's generally best, especially if you have children or pets. It's gonna be best if you can have just a place that you can either close off, or just like a corner of a room that you can close off if you can't take an entire room, because there will be shards of glass, especially when you're first starting out. You'll probably be breaking glass in ways that kind of like make it go everywhere. I still do that to this day. Like, you'll sometimes work with glass, it's just difficult. So if you don't have the ability to do that, I would say try to maybe do it outside in a way that you know you can clean up. Yeah, shop vac is your friend. I personally don't think it's too much of a problem as long as you vacuum regularly. So in my old house I had carpet, and it was a house that we rented, So it was a little bit hard sometimes, but I vacuumed pretty often and I didn't really have any problems. A lot of times it's the surfaces of things that can kind of build up with glass shards, especially your grinder. Now for grinder, I recommend putting it in a box or in a fish tank. So let me see if I can, you can kind of see it if you turn your head, but my grinder right here is in a 10-gallon fish tank. So there's stuff on top of it, but you can see that like all sides except for the front are covered. Now sometimes the glass shards will, when I say sometimes, all the time, glass shards will come out. So if you want to, you can maybe cover that with like a cloth or something, like on the sides, just to make it, prevent it from having too much come out of like these open spaces right here. Otherwise you shouldn't have too much of a problem, but that really helps keep the glass shards in check. Yeah, you should have like a pair of like probably art room shoes or glass room shoes. I don't wear shoes. Because I don't like shoes. I don't find them comfortable. I've stepped on glass maybe 3 times before, and that's it. Some people just like have their animals walking all over their tables. There's a few artists that I'm familiar with where like they take pictures of their cats like sitting on their workroom tables, and I don't understand that at all. My cat is in my workspace because, oh, let me move this back down. My cat is in my workspace because we had to downsize recently, and so we moved from a 1,500 square foot home to my studio, and our storage room is in a shed, and then we live in a travel trailer. So my cat's in here, but she doesn't like jump up on surfaces, so she's pretty good. I vacuum every night before I leave, so she's not gonna be, you know, like stepping on stuff, but try to just keep them away from the area as much as possible. I know I say that and I'm like, my cat's in here, but there's some things you can't prevent. What else about setup? Just vacuum a lot. You should be fine. For soldering, make sure you have proper ventilation. Like if you do it in front of a window, or if you can get an exhaust fan, that's ideal. You don't want those fumes to just be like wafting into your face. So definitely make sure that you can be by a window, have it open, or have a fan pointed at a cracked window, or have the exhaust fan or smoke absorber. I like to mow the carpet and sweep. You can't have our warmth. The UK just has to be cold and rainy all the time. But yeah, that's I think that's the best I think that's the best like advice that I can give about like setup. I hope that helped. If there's anything more specific, like if you have a specific question, yeah. I think cats are generally pretty good about not stepping on stuff like that, but like I said, there's people that have their dogs and cats in their workspaces all the time. I see it on Instagram all the time. I see pictures where their cat is just lounging on their like workshop table, and I'm just like, okay. But cats are kind of good about stuff like that, I think. Like there's a YouTuber that I follow, and they have a farm, and they have like this really high voltage electric fence around their ducks and geese and stuff because they're out in rural Vermont, and their cat will be really good at avoiding it and jump onto like the posts if like because he can sense that the electric fence is on. So I feel like cats just kind of like know how to avoid stuff like that somehow. But yeah, let me finish my kombucha and then yeah, just understand, Hammy, that glass shards are basically going to be unavoidable. Oh, that's cute, Ashley. Yeah, glass shards are completely unavoidable. No matter how good you are at cutting glass, no matter how seasoned of a professional you are, you're gonna get glass shards everywhere. Something you can do, Hammy, if you're really concerned about glass getting everywhere, if you do cut, if you're working on cutting glass, you can get something like this. This is a waffle board. It's 12 by 12 inches, and it has like these little pockets that catch the glass, as you can see. So this definitely helps mitigate some of that and remove it. I personally don't like using this because the plastic is really hard and it's just really loud, and I don't like it. So I cut all of my glass here, and then I just use a little cloth, and some people use like a miniature broom and they'll just like sweep all the time. But this is something you can consider. I think I got this for like $15 on Amazon or something. I don't quite remember where I got it, but that's definitely a helpful tool for glass shards. Also, Ashley, the fact that your dog's name is Cheddar is precious. I love it. Cheddar! What kind of dog is she? Little Cheddar. I used to want a cat. Get a cat and name it Cheddars. Cheddars. Her boyfriend's mozzarella cheese spaniel. Her boyfriend's name is Mac, short for macaroni. We name all our animals foods. Her firstborn puppy is named Mozzarella. Oh, that's cute. I'll start outdoors for now since my cats are great for. Alright, that's probably good then. Yeah, that'll probably be good. You could get like a little, they have like little travel cases that you can get, and they have like, you could get like some trays, like big trays with lips on the edge that you can use to kind of carry your projects around. I'm sure you could find a way around it if you know for a fact that your cats are going to hurt themselves if they have access to it. Mozzarella. That's really cute. I love when people get creative with names. I used to work in an animal hospital, and it felt like every other dog it would come in with like just like one of the stereotypical like dog names, you know. Luna was really popular. It was like every other puppy was named Luna. Nothing wrong with it, but I like seeing the cheddars. I like seeing the mozzarella. I just like it. There were so many dogs that you could like, they'd be like, hi, I have a new puppy, and I'd be like, oh, what's his name? And they'd be like, Blue, and I'm like, oh, that's a blue pit bull, okay. Also, hello, good afternoon. Or they'd be like, oh, what's his name? Rocky. And I'd be like, is it a boxer? And they're like, yeah. But the cheese names and food names, you never know. You never know. You're like, what kind of dog is that? Oh, okay. I don't even know what kind of dog that is. My cats are Mr. Butters and Pepper. That's awesome. A Sprocker Spaniel. Butters! That's cute. I have, for those who have not seen my animals, I have Molly, my cat, which she came with that name and I thought it fit her, so she stayed Molly. But I have like a million names for her. I have 2 dogs. They're 2 little chihuahuas. One's name is Evan, and he had that name when I got him, and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. And then the other one is Bean, and we found her, or like someone found her and surrendered her to us. Like, cause at the animal hospital I worked at, and we named her Bean, and then she eventually learned it. I saw a piece of wood. I know. I'm not very talkative when I'm painting. I'm sorry, Neil. You just gotta be back and forth. Oh, hamburgers. Yeah, so Bean and Evan, we wanted, like, if Brian had dogs, he would want Chip and Bean. He just thinks that would be cute. Evan kind of looks like his name could be Chip, so... Snap approval. I think like some of the silliest names, there was a cat that came to our clinic that's name was Turd. That one was pretty funny. Turd. Can't think of the other like super silly names. I feel like there was one more that like it was there all the time because the cat had like diabetes or something. There was this guy. Oh my lord. I like human names for dogs too. I am still alive. No, I'll never have a dog named Brian. Come on, man. But there's this guy, he made me cry one time. Like, the client made me cry because he was this old, like, kind of like middle-aged, like, grumpiest dude I've ever met in my life. And he had this boxer puppy. They got this boxer puppy, and her name was Dakota. And, like, we'd, like, fawn over these little puppies, like they're so cute. We'd be like, oh, Dakota, and they'd be like freaking out. And like the whole time I'd be like, look how cute you are. He would just be like, just staring. My god. He made me cry though one time. I can't really remember the reason why. I like forgot to trim his dog's nails, and then I like I don't think I did. I think like she came in for boarding. They forgot to trim her nails because it was always a technician's thing. And then I like took her up. I was new and I took her up and he was like, "Did you trim her nails?" And I was like, I don't know. Let me go check." And like I was like, "No, I don't think so. Let me go check." And he just like he was frowning and just shaking his head, just staring at me like I was the stupidest waste of space he had ever seen, and I like made me cry. Was the diabetic cat named Sugar? No, it actually wasn't.
Wow.
Hey Leo, thank you for the lemon. I appreciate that. A human named Richard. Yeah, that guy sucked. Sorry. He was so grumpy for no reason. No reason. And his wife was the sweetest person ever. And then he was this grumpy, just... ugh. So grumpy. It's been long enough since I worked there that I feel like I can tell these stories now. Fenton the dog is a funny video. I haven't seen that. Oh, let's see. You gotta chase a bit. Oh, Dingbat or Diego. My favorite cat client name so far has been Cereal Milk. No. For a dog? I might. I don't really do a lot of stuff with dogs. I could make like a wolf maybe. I think that would be kind of fun. God, there were so many clients that are just like awful. Let's not use Richard's name. Alright, so this looks pretty good, except for when we look at it with the light behind it. So what we're going to do is get our thicker paint and touch it up, and then I think we'll be good to go. Fish sauce? Where are you at that people have these wild names? I like that though, fish sauce. That's funny. Fish sauce. Man, I know there was a like super wild name. I just can't remember what it was. Fish sauce. I mean, like for Bean, we have quite a few names for her. Like she's like in the system at her vet. She's Billy Bean, but we call her all sorts of things. We call her Skin Yam. Oh no! How dare they? That's like the worst when you have something you really like at a place and they make it wrong. I used to get Subway all the time. I would get a chicken bacon ranch salad with the spicy sauce, Southwest Chipotle, and banana peppers. Oh my lord, man, I could really go for that right now. It sounds delicious. I think I'm really hungry though, too. Stuart. Little Stu. My brother's old dog was Stewie. They called him Stew Balls. Stew Balls. Skin Yam. I don't know how, I don't know why, but we call her like different variations of like 2 words. So like, and she recognizes most of them because of the tone of voice we use, but she kind of looks like her coloring is yam colored, and then like her stomach has no fur, so it's like human skin, so Skin Yam is like my favorite thing to call her. And she's tiny. She's like the size of a yam. So it just like fits. All of it just fits. And she's kind of weird, so. Pets are loved members of the family. They sure are. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. Pretty darn good. Yay! Bear number 1. Hi, from Nova Scotia. Hello! I watched your video on getting started with the artistry of stained glass. All my equipment should arrive in about a week. Yay! That's so exciting! Congratulations! Congratulations. It is a super rewarding hobby slash profession. Your little baby yam. Little yam. Little yam yam. Charlie, no. But yeah, that's super awesome, Diamond. I'm very excited for you. There's so many different things that you can do with it, and it's really fun to like get to explore it once you kind of get your get on your feet with it, get your sea legs, I suppose, if you want to say that. Endless possibilities. I've never added trunks before. I like this. Let's add more trunks. Yeah. Look at that depth. You can't really tell from hamster. No. Gross. Hamster ears? What are you talking about? Charlie's losing it. He's losing it. Should hopefully finish the piece for my coworker today. Very nice. Very, very nice. But yeah, Diamond, if you ever have questions, I live stream a few times a week, or you can comment on any of the videos if you have questions or really have anything answered. I try to get to them like at least once a week, but I've been getting a lot more comments recently, so I'm a little behind. But yeah, if you ever have questions, don't be scared to come in and say hi and ask away, and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. And same goes for if you comment. This looks fabulous. Just fantastic. Me too. Ashley, you're a good addition to the live stream crew. Okay, next we could do the blue one. Although I think I kind of want to go get food. I haven't eaten lunch yet, or I did, but I'm hungry. I ate lunch like maybe 3 or 4 hours ago. I think I am going to go. I will potentially live stream tomorrow. I'm not entirely certain yet. I have a lot of grinding to do with the goat projects. So, let's see. Posted it on the Discord. Which one was it? A few people posted on the Discord. I don't recall which one you posted. Thanks, Ashley. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here and go get some food. Thank you all. I don't recommend Baja Southwest. I'll avoid that then, Alicia. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some food. I'll finish painting this later. I'm not sure if I'll stream tomorrow, but if I do, I will of course post in the Discord. Anyone who is not in the Discord, if you want to join, you can join, right? Schmear. And ooh, I did see that. That's so cool. I love that you did that with the leaves. I'm sorry, sometimes I'm bad about reacting to stuff on there, but the leaves were super cool. I haven't seen a pet portrait done in something other than like you know, like a circular border or whatever. Just had sushi. Ooh. I might do a grinding stream, Charlie. I might. I don't really have a technique, but I might do one. But anyway, so I'm gonna go. Goodbye, everyone.